Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady and welcome back to this week's Whip, Spits and Chat. Come on, let's go and see what I got for you today. Right, first up, an apology. My glasses will lighten over time. But I've just got back from walking the dog. It's stupid o'clock in the morning. The temperature in the UK is amazing. Yeah, well, put it like this. I'm enjoying it because it helps with my pain, which means I can be a bit more busy in front of the camera, behind the camera, and just in general, really. Right, so first up, let's do the video roundup for this week. Right, so the very first video up this week was for Inside Crochet issue 149, which is of course this one here, and it came with its little summer style extra patterns. So if you want to have a nose at what's inside this one before you head off to the shop and purchase it or download it, or even you just fancy being nosy, click the link above and that will take you directly through. Okay, our next video up was the Stitch a Week, week 23. It's going too fast, gang, going too fast. Now this week's stitch was the Jacob ladder stitch. Now it was done in a single crochet. It can also be done in a half double and double crochet, but I've not done it in either of those stitches before, so I'm just sticking to the stitch I know. And the last video up this week was a book review, and it was Edward's Menagerie by Kerry Lord. Now yes, I do have issues saying that second word, but again, the links for both of the videos that I've just said, the Stitch a Week and the book review, will be up in that I button above. Now that was the only videos for this week, because I know that quite a few of you are actually spending your time this week running around trying to find fairies. Now, I am going to be completely open and honest on this one. I will not be a fairy this year. I cannot afford postage worldwide, and I can't actually afford to shove a gift card in at the moment. And I would feel, if I did the amount that I was able to do, I would think it was a joke. So personally, I'm not a fairy this year. I'm going around harassing new creators and seeing what you got. So you never know, if you are a new creator and you've joined in on the Christmas in July fairies this year, I might pop a comment on your video. You never know. Right, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so what have I been up to this week? Right, so first up, I finished another bucket hat. Yeah, my Pride and bucket hat. Of course, we've got a very bright one in the background here, and I decided bright wasn't really for me, so I've gone blue and white. So basically, so I'm able to show you that you can do it in just two colours. So there you go, and that's the hat, and I'll stick it on for 30 seconds. Okay, to be honest, I would prefer to wear this one like that, because to me that's what it calls for, whereas the Pride has to be rolled and it has to look more like a cowgirl or cow person hat. So yeah, this is a bucket hat done in two colours. Now if you want to get your hands on the pattern for this one, it is available over on the Ravelry shop. There will be a link to the shop up in the I button, and of course there is a link on the end on the titles at the end of the video, and a link in the description box down below. So a little bit of news that has just come through. Our gorgeous girls at the Secret Yarn Stash have put together a yarn pack for the Pride Rainbow and Bucket Hat. Now it is priced in at £7. Okay, so the kit includes the 6 colourways that you need to create the bucket hat that's over my shoulder here, and it is the Signet Pato Everyday DK yarn. Now they come in 100-gram balls for each colour, and there is 270 metres per ball. It is 100% acrylic. Now they've put together this pack, and it works out that it's cheaper to buy those 6 balls of yarn with the pack than what it would be to choose them separately on site. Now she's got the colour choices that I used within this hat, and she's matched it up to the yarns, so you can guarantee that your hat will be the same colourways as mine, nice and bright. And also there will be plenty of yarn within the pack for you to make not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 and even possibly 5 bucket hats for you to share amongst your friends and family. So if you are in the UK and you want to get your hands on the pack, the link will be in the description box down below. Now it is a cheeky affiliate link, which means that if you do purchase anything from their site, I will get a little kickback. It isn't a great deal, not at all, but it all helps, and it costs you nothing to use the link. It just gets you over to the site a little bit quicker and saves you typing in the address. Now their postage and packaging prices are really good, and all of their packages come in a really cool bag that looks like plastic, but it's not. It is made out of bamboo, so it is recyclable and better for the environment. So I absolutely love the fact that they've gone down that route with their packaging. And they've also still got their sales running, so double check the sale tab and see what other yarns they have that may interest you, so that you can shove that in the same packet and it all comes as a winner. Yay! And that one only took me the weekend to do, which was pretty good, because then that gave me the rest of the week to carry on going on the bushes out the back, off the side of the house. Now the section I showed you in a video a couple of weeks ago, I haven't tackled any more of that. I've actually been working on the bushes that are running down the side of the house that butt onto our neighbour's drive, because they're the ones that I end up having to spend the most amount of time on cutting them back normally, so that they can get their car in lovely. There are absolutely beautiful girls that live next door, and I'm really lucky, because they've said whenever I feel like it, I can park my chair on their drive and set to doing the bushes whenever I feel like it. They're not worried in one way or a form. As long as there's enough room for them to get past me, they're happy. So I managed to tackle 2 of the bushes that were down the side. One was extremely prickly, and the other one, as I was halfway through it, I realised I could have made some elderberry wine, because it was an elderberry and the heads were ready to go, and I was like, oh pants, I could have done something with this, but instead I cut it down and stuck it through the muncher. So that's another couple of bags ready to pop in the car. They're in the carport, but I've still got to tackle the grass again, because with the weather the way it's been, it's over the last week, it's just shot up to the point it looks like I haven't touched it for 3 months. I've even got seeds on seeds, so I'm going to go around whacking the seeds first, so I've got a bit of a free lawn touch up really, and then knock it all back, bag that up and stick that with the other stuff, and that's today's job. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it. But crochet wise, I have managed to do quite a few different book reviews for you. I haven't got the books here because they are actually library books. I've decided I'm going to do go down the library book approach, grab the books, show them to you, and if there's more than a couple of patterns in there that I would like to get my hands on, then I'll go out and purchase the book, rather than having 50 million books sitting on my shelf that I've got no interest in. So that's the way I'm planning to do it now, because it also saves me cash as well as storage. Yeah, so there's another good few book reviews to come out shortly. I've also completed next week's Stitch a Week, and the week afters is our celebratory at 25. So my Stitch a Week for that one is not just going to be something that shows you how to do a stitch, it's actually showing you how to do a pattern on top of the stitch, or with the stitch I should say. So I'm fingers crossed that's also going to be released as a tutorial on the channel, and there will also be a written pattern for it available over on the Ravelry shop. But I'm still keeping tight-lipped for now. You've got another week to wait until I start shouting about it. Yeah, so I'll be shouting about it next weekend and showing you it off on the Whips and Bits on the Sunday. And also keep a sneaky eye out on the socials, because you never know, I might get a bit confused and put it up early on there just to show you what it looks like. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit of fun on that one, and some of you are gonna swear and curse at me, which I don't mind. Honestly, I don't. And others are going to be like, Ange, you've done it to us again. Here's a stitch that we thought was confusing, but actually it isn't. So now I've teased you again, let's think of the next thing. Okay, so I thought, as it's July and quite a lot of us will actually be sitting there trying to crochet start on our Christmas gift list, which I know for the UK at the moment it's a bit hot and we're hoping it's in cotton. But I thought it would be a nice idea to show you a couple of the old patterns that are available either as a tutorial on the channel or as a pattern / tutorial over on the Ravelry shop. The very first one up is my Naughty Santa. Now this is actually normally a wine box holder. Okay, and the reason he's called Naughty is there is a hole there for the tap. Okay, so there's the Naughty Santa. He looks better with his wine box in, but at the moment I'm using him to store yarn. You can't see it because it's black. But yeah, it's also something that you could turn into a little bag, or something decorative over Christmas that you can stick your yarn in, or even make it for one of your close mates that's also into the yarn arts, and then you can use it as a decorative thing for a present maybe, where you pop some yarn in there and then you hand it over to them in a separate case of wine. The other pattern is the Naughty Fairy. Okay, oh, she's a bit of a mess, but yeah, here is the Naughty Fairy, and as you can see it still has a box of wine in it. It's the most vile wine I've ever bought. It was also the cheapest one in Aldi because I don't normally drink wine. Okay, so yeah, so I haven't put the thing through, but she also has the hole there for the tap as well if you choose to use it for that purpose. So yeah, those two are on there. And of course there is also the cheeky penguin C2C. Now this can be changed. You can change the stitch work. So it doesn't have to be done in the standard corner to corner square that I've got. It can also be done in the C2C mini. Now there is a tutorial for this one already on the channel, and of course the pattern is available over on Ravelry, so it saves you having to write it down. You can also get your hands on little gift cards as well. They're little gift card holders, and there is a pattern on the channel for those as well. I will write the details here and they will also be in the description box down below, just on the off chance that I haven't got the room up there. Okay, but yes, so those are a couple of patterns that I thought might interest you this month in the lead up to making stuff for Christmas or other holiday seasons. Now my promotion over on Ravelry is still ongoing, so if you want to take advantage of that, it is a 10% off of all of the patterns over there by using the discount code either Queen or Queen10. Okay, so you can have fun looking through the 22 plus patterns that are over there at the moment. Now for the best bit of the video, it is time for your photos, so come on and let's go and see who sent what this week. Oh, there may even be a cheeky surprise in there, you never know. So the very first photo up to date is from Spring the Fibre Enthusiast. Oh, your name, the name, honey. I can't get it out my gob half the time. But anyway, our gorgeous Spring, she hasn't joined in on the Stitch a Week as yet, but what she's done is she has practiced last week's Stitch a Week so that she's going to be able and feel a lot more confident in making her bucket hat, because she's already got hold of the pattern and she's going to be making it soon. Can't wait to see what that one looks like, honey. Run their pieces of Crochet Beautiful. Now, I'd just like to remind everybody that if you are using any of the patterns on the channel or any of the Stitch a Weeks to make anything and you would like to show your work off, please fire me over a either an email or pop a picture up on the Facebook group. That way it makes it a little bit easier for me to get my hands on it on a Friday, and I don't feel so scattered. So that way your pictures will be included. Cut-off time is normally 4 PM GMT on Fridays to get into that Sunday's Whips, Bits and Chat. But if your picture comes in a little bit later than that, don't panic, I will add it on to the following weeks. I love showing off all your work. And now a little bit of info for my gorgeous crazies over in Australia. If you're able to get to your local Spotlight, quite a few of them have had the mill-end bags topped up. I got to nick a cheeky picture off of our Kazzy's Facebook page. I did ask her first, of course, before I shared it. Now hers is looking a bit blur. She has left some of the yarn behind, but she did take a bit to complete a couple of projects. But you never know, in your local store your bins may have been reloaded. And remember that they also have other yarns that are on special a week in, a week out, or on different weeks. So always check that catalogue that comes through your door for any discount codes or anything like that that will help bring your shopping bill down a little bit more. Or should I say, will mean that you can get more yarn for your cash. Right, that is it for me for today. I really need to go outside and cut grass and do all them other horrible jobs that I've got to do today instead of crochet. But don't panic, I'll be back on to playing with yarn again later on this evening. Right, so I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really soon. So if you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now, everybody. Now, where are those fairies hiding? Come on, let's go and see if we can find some. There's a playlist out there somewhere.